We all go a little mad sometimes.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
They're here.
What do you want me to catch a faking disease? Lee, you're listening too. No, we're not. I mean... blah, 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 blah. The sequel.
Wow. I mean... Wow.
Mama, this is garbage.
Gross.
And I'm Nate. And you're listening to... I really don't want to be in this fucking sequel.
The opinion of somebody who doesn't give a fuck about shitty movies.
And you're listening to They're Here
Podcast.
Podcast. A discussion
Of all things horror.
fear
And the macabre. And that includes shit like this. I don't care.
Honestly, go fuck yourself. You will not convince me that this film was good in any way, shape, or form.
What is it? The flower doesn't have to convince the bee or some shit like that. Pretty much fuck off is the statement.
Please. No. Sorry. Next.
But first of all, you have no taste if you don't think this movie is good.
I didn't say it was...
Yes, you did.
Actually,
you called
yeah,
it
I did.
garbage. And you said you don't want to review this movie.
It is, for the lack of a better word, it is fucking shit. The only thing about this is the unwanted character decisions of some people and the acting, like, one-liners of others, you know.
Which is just a movie. Is characters and lines.
The faggotry of it all. I love it.
Yeah, you're in the minority for this. Congratulations. You're a minority for once. But, yeah, you're so wrong. But the thing is, it's like, you don't even know how wrong you are. Honestly, I was saying earlier, just before we started recording, that, like, if I took a poll of... And I still am. If we took a poll of like 100 horror fans or whatever like that and asked them what they thought of the Toxic Avenger, I think you would be in the minority by saying you didn't like it. Because the point of this movie is not that it's not supposed to be fucking Ben-Hur or something like that. Like Trauma is not in denial that their movies are not like A-list. That's like the entire appeal and the entire point. I think if you shit on this movie, then you shit on John Waters and all that shit too.
In my opinion,
You're gonna tell me Pink Flamingos is good, is well made?
No, hold on. I'm saying it's pure shit for the purposes of saying that there's a difference between what you delivered was camp and this was just... Mama, this was garbage. I was looking at my phone every 5 minutes wondering when this film was over.
You also told me you were watching this movie while doing laundry.
Yeah,
which
man.
is, but like that's totally on your like own fault.
Nothing's gonna save it. I'm sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
The fucking like 6 sequels, 2 cartoons, the like 40 years of trauma still going after this movie is what will save it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean they're doing much more than I did at that age. So like, I mean, fair dues to you, but like, goddamn, I just did. I'm entitled to my opinion. Opinions are like assholes.
And I only want to fucking see some people's.
And I am entitled to spreading my cheeks and showing it.
You keep that in your pants. You do that in the bathroom by yourself. But no, I'm not here to like convince you that this movie is good because it's not good. But that's like entire appeal.
But you said before we started recording that you're going to try and convince me that this film is good.
Okay, you'll try to do the same thing for Event Horizon, which is an actual bad movie. And it's bad because, like, that's the thing. It's like this is a shitty like C-class movie.
Yeah,
that doesn't try and like disguise itself as anything other than that. Versus Event Horizon, which is also fucking D-list, like a bad movie, but then tries to disguise itself as like the next greatest thing in horror, which I didn't think it was. But I could enjoy it for just being shitty and wacky and campy and dumb. You know, yeah. I laugh at their seriousness of themselves versus with this. That's just like, whatever, fucking made a movie.
Doesn't exist, yeah.
Everybody in this movie, like, wanted to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like a good time.
Like, honestly, yeah, I can see that and I can understand that and all of that, but that still just did not change. It does not change my mind. I can see it and I can appreciate it for its artistic integrity, that it wants to be so stupid and off the cuff buffoonery that like you can't resist having a good time with it. But
exactly, that's the entire point.
I was so disengaged with this film. I'm sorry,
but that's so your own fault.
No, I know that. I'm not expressing the fact that.
So don't fucking dock marks on the fucking movie because you were doing other shit.
No, I just couldn't hold interest in it. I'm sorry.
Okay, the best.
Actually, I'm not sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry, just in case we weren't clear. We're talking about the Toxic Avenger.
No, this is
we just went right in. Round one. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
This is one I have wanted to do for a while. I actually think a couple of weeks ago I mentioned doing something trauma or something like that. And just kind of like brief history. This is just kind of off the top of my head. I'm not just going to go and read you the Wikipedia article. So trauma was set up in the 70s as basically kind of like almost like pre-A24 as just a distribution company and a production company just for independent art, and they still do that, you know. They still like they're still going. As I was saying before we recorded, they have a streaming service now just called Trauma Now. Yeah. And just kind of, I don't know, I love the idea that it was just like, do you want to make a fucking movie? Like, let's make some fucking movies. And then they just do, you know. I also said to you earlier, this is far from the last trauma movie we're going to do.
Yeah.
We got Poultry Guys, Night of the Chicken Dead. We got Romeo and Juliet. It's so good.
Oh my god.
We got Toxic Avenger 2, Toxic Avenger 3, Toxic
Jesus.
Avenger 4, Citizen Toxi.
Fucking... You know, just kill me now. Kill me now. I'm
do it
so
yourself. I'm doing nothing.
So this is 1984. Thank you. And these kind of opening scenes, this first whole half hour of the film,
body talk.
It's just
the whole time.
Yeah, it's literally that, and the soundtrack never stops. I don't know if you noticed that, but there's songs that goes into melodies that goes into Night on Bald Mountain a lot.
Like
all
2
the
seconds
time.
of Night on Bald Mountain every once in a while.
I love it.
I
But
do love that song.
It's this the first 30 minutes that if you didn't know, tell me you're in the 80s without telling me you're in the 80s. If you didn't know this film was in the 80s, you would know immediately from the first half an hour of this film.
And that's why I give this movie points, because it's only 84. I think they were like very good at summing up and satirizing the 80s for how early it is. Because this came out 84, made 83. And then this is kind of it's weird. It seems like a parody of an 80s movie that would be made now. It's that level. Like, it's that 70s show. It's like it's the 80s turned up to 10 or turned up to 11. But like, again, it's still happening. The hair, all the hair in this movie is so good. Everybody has a blowout.
There
like, every
is
chick that's here,
packets of hair.
all of this. Oh, I love it so much.
There is packets of hair that is used, sometimes conspicuously, other times very inconspicuously.
A taste of hairspray in the air.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Cigarette smoke, literally.
Everybody in this movie is smoking at all times
God.
and exclusively indoors.
And what is this homosexual rhetoric that is going on?
It's weird. This movie is strangely... I don't want to say pro LGBT, but it's not. It's not like it's not like mean at all. I'm just gonna move this ever so slightly closer.
It's not shitting on anyone in particular.
No, there's no like. I mean, okay, so this movie.
I mean, people die, but
no, not people, children,
and old grannies.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's my main. Okay, somebody saw Clockwork Orange scene because he's like singing and everything. He's beating her like with a cane or like an umbrella or something. I think, but
there are men in thongs in this.
We get there's so much bulge. There's so much up close.
Oh my god!
From underneath shot bulge. Like, it's weird. The men are exploited equally the same as women are in this movie. Also, the titties in this movie. One set of titties in particular. These tits are hilarious. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
I walked into it and he said,
"Give me the Gary."
You know Gary from SpongeBob?
He said, "Say no more."
Look at these
But it's
tits,
hilarious.
hilarious.
We need to find that. We need to get that on the
I
fucking...
have that. I will send it.
Okay,
it's great.
good, okay,
I
good,
love it. Oh
So-
my god.
Yeah, I think we can kind of get into it.
Yeah, so like more than I think you said earlier, most of this film sort of takes place in a gym.
Or like right in front of the gym.
Yeah.
Which honestly looks like on the outside looks like a post office that they've
It
just
does,
put
yeah.
Tromaville like leisure center or whatever on the front. But the inside of this place looks great. But also I'm like,
does.
it looks damp.
Yeah.
Like
It
this
looks
place is
like
moist. As
it looks
fuck.
like the walls are sticky.
Yes,
You
there's
know,
hair all on the walls and stuff.
Like when you're in a cinema and you're walking along, it literally feels like it feels like if you put your hand to a dumbbell, it would stick to the dumbbell.
Like when you're walking on the floor the next day after a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
That there's beer stuck to my shoe. But this place is gross. This place is so nasty.
Everyone is wearing like neon pink, yellow, green, acid colors.
Body suits, little
High
up to the
fives.
hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dudes
Socks
are in
up to
short
their
shorts,
fucking vaginas.
headbands, everything. It's so
Oh,
good. The
it
hair is big.
It is quintessential 80s, and like they have like these classroom scenes that are just fucking hilarious. Even the instructor,
Do what I
like,
say.
yeah, the instructor is like, "Watch me, faggots." It's like, if I move my left leg, you move your left leg.
Yeah, these people are just not even kind of remotely following the instructions. at
No,
all.
I love it.
But like this opening, I don't even want to call it a montage. It's kind of just a walkthrough of the gym, and we get to
It's
see all of
literally,
these
yeah.
archetypes. And then there's those two gays that I love.
Yeah, they just keep popping up throughout the film. I
But
love it.
It's weird. They're never like the butt of the joke, which again I don't mind.
Actually,
but
they're
also,
the one who sort of gives the joke or the pun.
yeah, they're
most
part of the
time.
crowd.
Yeah,
And there's also a random old guy just at the
Yeah.
front. There's
Yeah.
and a sheep.
Yeah.
That is so clearly dubbed in by a man. Like that's not a sheep noise at all. It's
Yeah.
clearly just a dude being like, ah.
Yeah,
Put
there's-
lipstick on it too. You look great, girl.
Yeah, the one thing I can really appreciate.
You look great because it's a sheep. My comedy is lost on you.
Oh my god.
Lost on you.
So,
Anyway, back to the movie.
you better stop.
You said so sheepishly.
Stop it before I ram you.
Okay, let's go.
So, the one thing I really do appreciate is the full diversity of the crowds. That's the one thing I did notice about
Yeah, there's
in
blondes
this gym.
and brunettes.
But there's this one fat chick that's like fully chatting up like all the guys,
And she's
like,
in it kind of
she's
in a few
a
scenes.
lot,
Yeah.
And like she is like full on like as Melvin is like walking around trying to like mop up the pool area.
That's the thing. This dude, yeah, that occurred to me last night. I don't know, again, watching a movie is kind of for the podcast is different than just watching a movie. Like,
Yeah,
you pay attention
you're
to different
scanning
things.
it, yeah.
So I'm like, he just is constantly working, whether there's people there or not.
Yeah.
Which is seems kind of counterproductive. Like he's cleaning like under people's feet as they're like
they're
walking
walking,
around.
yeah.
You know, but like at all times he's cleaning. There's no Melvin relaxing. He is a cleaner and then the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
There's no gap.
There's no in between.
Yeah, even his main weapon is a mop.
Yes, he
Like,
does.
that's his,
It's
like,
like his
thing.
calling card
Yeah.
kind of thing when he leaves. Oh, it's just.
And it's gruesome. All the kills
What
in this
is
are
this
great.
overacting, bullying circle bullshit where
it's
they like
these
pick
four.
him up and they like fuck him back and forth? It's just
What are you,
so
retarded?
hilarious.
Yeah, retarded. What do you want me to catch a faking disease? Because he's like mopping around or whatever, as Melvin is known to do, and is like talking to our main four villains for now.
Yeah,
All the villains in this movie come in groups of four
yeah. It's,
at all times.
It's like it's them. It's some
It's they.
like random like three people down. What is it? Shit something alley. And then,
Oh, that's such a good scene. I love it so much.
great.
It's
And
so
then
good.
there's randomly it ends up being some guys, this Pulp Fiction scene of like a stick up, and then there's the what you call it, the mayor, who ends up like bringing in the fucking National Guard. At the end.
who is one of my candidates for Human Chair of the Week. This mayor has it going on.
Oh, we have a trauma situation.
He is so cute. I think he's so adorable.
No.
He's like a bit... Cause he's fat, that's the only reason why you think he's gross.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think this dude is so adorable. He kind of reminds me of like Nedry from Jurassic Park, but like actually cute. It's just because he looks like a big cherub. They have him like set up in certain scenes where he's just like, he's naked with a towel thrown over him and he's just like lying sideways eating. I love it. He's being like fanned and stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so adorable.
God. So like this fucking about this car hit and run thing. So like these 4 kids are like
so it's
like
Slug and
serial
Bozo.
killers?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So there's
because
Slug
they
and
get a
Bozo
thing
and the
out
2
of it.
girls. I think
Yeah.
there's Wanda and like Pam or something like that. That like this blonde chick.
Insert 80s name here.
It's Julie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was
So
way
these are
wrong
like
there.
kind of our 4 main antagonists.
Yeah. Because they're the ones who
Ish.
set Melvin up to...
They make him the
kind
Toxic
of-
Avenger.
They make him the Toxic Avenger. Yeah.
But I don't know. I love it. Like they're so, like they revel in it so much, and it's so casual that they're
Yeah.
kind of just talking about it out in the open. Because we see there's actually a lot of like newspaper inserts. It's very RoboCop in that kind of way. We get a lot
love
of
that
exposition.
spinning newspaper.
Yeah. And that's the thing. This movie is so heavily inspired by comic books. You know, like this is another one that kind of like in a Venn diagram has a lot of different genres to it.
Yeah.
Where like it is a farce. It is kind of a parody. I would consider this a horror. This does go kind of outrightly horror at points. It's almost what if Frankenstein was the Hulk.
Yes.
Kind of. Like they kind of, and they refer to him as the monster. I want one of those t-shirts so badly though. I heard the hero monster. The monster.
Oh yeah. They're
I
so
think
good.
that's so cute.
But also like that was the fact that he ends up like kind of dating the blind chick.
Yeah.
Is also like a
The
reference to the exactly. There are certain things that are done well in this that I do have to. It's like the gore. The gore is done extremely well in this, and you know we at They're Here podcast are very happy to see on-screen gore and violence and blood and guts and all of that jazz.
And they
So,
show it.
I
They
love
don't.
it.
They don't
pan away. They don't
no.
this. They don't shadow it. They don't. They show
I
you
don't
a
think those are
skull
very
getting
creative.
crushed in. They show the Toxic Avenger literally like punches the gut of the mayor and
Pulls his
pulls
guts
his
out.
guts out. I love it.
And
It's
everybody's
so
like,
good.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. Do
Like,
it. Go on.
that's the thing.
Go on,
Everybody
go on.
is like equally
Finish
parched,
him.
like ah, and like oh,
Yeah.
like to the Toxic Avenger because he's sweet. You know, he's like it's weird. He's got like a weird Captain America arc / the Hulk / Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good example of like what would a superhero do if they actually were a superhero? Like if
Yeah.
you were strong enough, you wouldn't just lightly whatever, you would fucking pull people to pieces.
Yeah.
And they have this thing in the movie where they keep saying that he's like physically drawn to evil. You know, like whether or not he catches somebody doing something evil, he has this like psychic sense in whether somebody is bad or not. We get to that scene later with the lady in the laundrette.
Oh yeah.
What a dick, man.
Can I just say the fact that I love how all the smart people are non-American? Like
That's
this
the
like
way.
a British or German. Actually, sorry.
No,
And there's a cop.
Achtung!
Achtung! And literally does a fucking a Heil Hitler.
He calls
oh
it
my
Mein
god.
Field a couple of times.
Oh my! And he even does the heel clicking thing during one of the
I was gonna
scenes.
say there's a shot where they show his feet apart and then
Yeah.
so okay, so this movie I feel like people would find it more offensive if it was less offensive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's okay, we get to the car ride. I think that's just kind of the jump off to everything.
Yeah. Because it's
Um,
kind of the setting stone for everything.
And I'm not gonna tell you guys what they say for most of it because I don't want to do that. So they list off just like think of like the racial slurs and then just list them off one after another.
Yeah.
30 points for Latinos. Like Latinos are worth more points.
Oh my god, this sort of thing. So like, if all
their score sheet,
if
basically.
all the bad words for just general bad words had sex with all the racist slurs for black people, and they had
Yeah, just think of the N-word, but for each race.
And they ended up adopting a baby with all the bad words for Jews. That's what this scene was, essentially.
Yes.
And it was so difficult to listen to someone so casually just being like, knock this person off, you get this.
But they're the bad guys. It's not done as oh, isn't this cool?
I get it, but that still doesn't make it any...
But they're evil.
You know,
That's the entire point. It's like when people
know.
complain about Pennywise being homophobic. Among other things, to be honest.
To need a fucking baby!
Seriously, I don't think Pennywise hates gays. It's, you know, I don't think Pennywise is out here like...
If anything, I
like,
think he finds them delish.
Well, Pennywise is gay, canonically. Pennywise and the Babadook are... Like
our thing.
Yeah,
they're a couple.
They're a headcanon couple, yeah, for real. Well, the Babadook is queer, everybody knows that. But yeah, so
yeah, back
they
to
give
these
off this,
racist
like, score
evil
sheet.
bullies.
Yeah, just think of like, yeah, the N-word, but for like each group.
Yeah.
It's that level. And then, worst of all, children. Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. So it's like...
They're okay, though.
Also, the score sheet, the score is weird. It's like...
Oh my god, let's view a disagree and agree with another.
But it's like, yeah, it's like inconsistent, where it's like, certain stuff is worth more than da-da-da, and then da-da-da,
yeah.
you know? But, so they're out, they're drinking Jack Daniels that is very, very light, because it's obviously not really Jack Daniels, it's like bright yellow. But they're like making out in the car and just driving or whatever, and this dude, so Bozo is kind of the main villain.
Yeah.
But, I love him so much. That my boy is making me sick. Ah! He scored on my car. Like, that's the thing. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but that's just how he talks.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie, his eyes are always open.
Yeah.
I can see the white
He
on top and
has
bottom.
stuffed his nose with coke, and he is just like... He's hopped up on baking soda for most of these scenes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what it is. Imagine, like, everybody... I feel like a part of the directive for this movie was, like, everybody act like they're on lots of coke.
Yeah.
Like, the whole time. Because everybody is so exaggerated.
They're so over the top. It's unbelievable. The amount of screaming, the amount of, like, jolly laughs that are, like, so high-pitched, and, like... When someone is like scheming, they're practically like rubbing their fingers together, like
the girls,
scheming.
Two guys like get together after they devise the plan. The girls are like,
yeah,
they like have a routine. Like, tell us what it is, dude. You know,
Yeah.
like they have like they're almost like clicking.
Oh yeah,
fingers,
they do this kind of whole hug thing, and they're still jiving their hips side to side.
Yeah,
I'm like,
for
what is going on here?
It's like that. It's very much so that workout video from I think Halloween 2. Whatever. But so they're like in the car and they're like, okay, there's a kid. Actually no, this scene. Like,
Yeah.
When the kid goes off in his bike, the older
the music
sister
is so happy.
Yeah,
in
this movie
scene.
changes like that. But as the little kid is like leaving his house or whatever, the sister is like, okay, now make sure your helmet is on, and the kid goes off and she goes like, it's so sweet and innocent.
You darn kids.
Oh, for real. And then this kid is just like driving his bike. This kid is probably like 11.
Yeah.
Like at most. And
it's still happy music, by the way. It's like Fuller House intro music that's playing during this scene. It's so stupid.
Fuller House. That's
No, but
sequel.
that kind of like
yeah, for real. And they're just driving along,
like reeling in the ears type fucking music. You know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah. There's like this scene is so jarring, and it changes in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the scene. People are like, oh no, if they don't like this movie, it's because of this scene.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, it's this little kid gets
mashed.
Hereditary, yeah, for real. But it's so good. I'm obsessed.
So yeah, they basically run his ass over, and then
you can't just graze them; you have to destroy them. He says.
It's it's very. You are not on my level unless you kill them, and
because your level is under my car.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they basically like mash this little kid's head open on the back wheel.
Yeah, but they drive him the fuck over and launch him off this bike. And the girls don't murder anybody, but they get off on Slug and Bozo.
They're very encouraging of it.
Yeah, they love it. Like it, like does it for them.
It does it, yeah.
But they're like, hey, that little kid is still moving. So they reverse so quickly and just go straight over this kid's head, and they show every piece of it.
Yeah.
But the gore is well done.
Yes.
It doesn't look horrible at all. But yeah, and then the girls get out.
W. Bush.
The girls get out and they start taking Polaroids. And shit
Oh
like that.
my god.
They're like, this is fun!
This is the best photo we've taken so far. And then I'm looking at it, I go like, well,
They're
how
talking
many
about
other
the photo
fucking-
quality and shit. They're like,
Yeah.
the reds are so
Yeah,
red. This
it's
really
making me
just does it
hot.
for me.
Yeah.
So then it kind of cuts to the next day.
Yes.
Back at the gym, a body talk is still playing.
Can I just say this scene where she's like counting them doing sit-ups and they're passing
got to
the
500.
cigarette from one to the other.
Yeah, but they're on like 489 or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Also, these dudes are low key homoerotic to each other. Like you kind of you get that sense a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
It's very Nightmare 2.
very that one scene in Nightmare 2.
Yeah,
like in the gym.
yeah.
But this dude Slug looks exactly like Corey Feldman.
Yes.
He looks exactly like Corey Feldman. It's unreal.
Yeah.
But like the hair, the face, the like down to the red like sweatband, like very Corey Feldman in Lost Boys. But yeah, they're passing along this fucking cigarette.
They're literally like opposite each other doing sit-ups on these benches while she counts them and the other one walks in. She's like, oh, I have a plan. And then they, as each
They get
one
their
does a
revenge.
sit-up, they're literally passing the cigarette to one another. I just honestly think it's hilarious. That gym must smell so disgusting.
Must, yeah.
A, B, it must be so sticky, and C, it must be so fucking rusty and wet.
It's hot in there though.
Gross. Yeah,
Everybody in there
hot and dank.
No, like with a W. Like everybody in there is gorge.
Great.
That's why I said to you, I struggled to find I
ugly
struggled
person.
to decide on a human chair of the week this week because I have like this weird little soft spot. Well, not so soft. I have this weird little thing for like 80s like vintage gym looks, and everybody's in like these tiny little tank tops and these like really high cut shorts and stuff.
So who
and
is
then
it?
the gays
Who's
are just-
human chair of the week?
We'll get to it. The like one of the candidates hasn't even been introduced yet.
Oh, okay. Right.
We'll wait till they're all in front of us, and then I'll get
They're all lined up in,
Yeah.
in the viewing box.
So then kind of at this same time, or no, this is just after. So Julie is like the one that's gonna like instigate and get Melvin to like where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And have we even talked about Melvin? Really?
Well,
so Melvin is quote unquote
He's
a
just there.
retard.
He's just there.
He's the mop boy.
And I don't know why. Oh, right. Yeah, I remember. Because he was mopping and he accidentally pushes the mop in the wrong way and all of the filthy water goes into the hot tub or some shit.
He's like
And
dipping
they're
it
all
into
like,
the squeeze bucket and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
uses it in the hot tub instead.
Yeah.
And that's where you get the like,
that's
you
what
want me to get
pisses
a
them off.
faking disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the instigation. Because I was like, wait, why are they getting revenge? But then it's not really revenge. They're also just murdering.
He also jumped out of that jacuzzi really fucking quickly. So it's like, I really don't see why it would be much of a fucking problem. Like, I mean, you got out of there pretty
because
quickly.
there's bleach on there.
Because you
My
jumped out of it.
pussy's in
So
here. My pH balance is going to be off.
my
and
pussy
off.
is on fire on Tuesdays.
My pussy is not listening. My pussy won't listen.
Now this prank, can I just say, is how the fuck did this happen?
It's very Carrie, I think.
She literally like brings him pitch black, mind you.
Oh no!
To the
We're
side of
missing
a
the
pool.
best part of the setup.
What?
The instigation, the flirtation.
Oh,
when she
I want
pulls
you to
off,
wear pink.
when she pulls off her fucking bra, and she's just got these two perfectly triangular white tan lines. So if she fell asleep with two like Doritos over her tits, they're fucking crazy. And also, everybody in this movie is very tanned because it's New Jersey, because that's where Tromaville is. Just whatever. They also filmed in New Jersey, but
I could tell.
this chick's titties are hilarious. She just takes them off and they look so stupid. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever saw in my whole life. But yeah, she's like kind of not making out with Melvin, but she's kind of just like rubbing his face, and stroking his face and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, you're not wearing pink though. I have on my pink. And then she tries to give him this like outfit.
Because I don't want one in the stink. I want two in the pink.
Wear brown, darling.
You and me.
And she gives him this outfit, which is like, honestly, it looks like, do you know who Mr. Blobby is? You've never heard of Mr. Blobby?
No.
Terrifying. So this like pink unitard leotard. No, I think it's a unitard. Leotard cuts off the.
It's a full thing.
Yeah, it's like a catsuit with a t-shirt on top, but it's also got a tutu on it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna wear that. That's sissy stuff. You know? Okay, Melvin, I don't think you can afford to be homophobic. Right? Like, you know, what is it? You can't really punch up. But yeah, he puts it on and goes down into the gym, and it's all it's pitch fucking black.
And they're beside the pool, which makes me think the guy literally snuck around. Because when the lights go on, there's like 50 people right next to him. How the fuck?
The gym is crowded.
How the fuck did he happen to walk around the pool
To the left side.
in pitch black, mind you, with 50 people on that one side, not feeling or noticing any of them, and then sitting next to a sheep?
Julie, you're so soft. You're so soft and squishy. And then they turn it on. He's not even making out with it though. They kind of.
No, he's just holding
hot
it.
dog. Yeah.
It was one time!
I have always struggled to wrap my mind around the imagery of how does one make out with a hot dog.
Hot dog, yeah.
Please tell me. But yeah, he's just kind of stroking this sheep that's in drag. This sheep has makeup all over it.
It's got beads, it's got a wig, it's got a bow, it's got red lipstick.
What is it?
First time in drag, come to the pool.
What did they say? Was it Sarah Palin? They said that if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, you can dress up a piece of shit or whatever, but it's still a piece of shit. I don't care if that poo has bush on; it's still a piece of shit.
So they chase him. Everybody, now mind you, everybody chases him.
Yeah.
In and around this gym like a crazy person,
And that old guy. Who's just happened to be
there. And then he ends up falling. So this is the impetus of him becoming the Toxic Avenger.
I love it. So yeah, the setup for this, just like tiny like setup. These two guys in a truck come along in a flatbed. It's very Return of the Living Dead, that kind of setup where it's literally just like a flatbed with nothing holding these barrels in.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know why, something, like I really love the effect of the toxic waste. It's like bright green. It gives me kind of, did you ever play with like Action Men as a kid?
Yeah.
All that kind of toxic waste where it's like, it's bright green and it's like bowling and steaming. That like, I thought it was
like
pretty cool.
the surface of it is hard, but when you, like if you were to push your fingers down, it would break the surface and the goo would be
there's like a
underneath.
skin on top of it almost. It's like bubbling, like the dry ice budget was high on this movie. 'Cause even in the steam room later, it's not steam, it's just dry ice. They're just pouring water over.
Oh my god, I love it.
So they pull out just like a bag of flour, just like a sized bag of Coke. It's a freezer bag. And they're just like, oh, we've been driving for like 2 hours. Maybe we should like pull over and take a break. And the guy's like, remember that fucking dope we were snorting last week or whatever?
Oh my god.
He's like, check this out. And they're like, fuck yeah, bro, let's go. And they just basically just rip the top off this Ziploc
and they
bag.
stuff
and
their
just
faces into
yeah.
it. Yeah.
They just put it on as a helmet or whatever and just start snorting Coke. These dudes, and there's just random little interjections of the dudes just being like,
yeah,
like in the middle of the scene. So they pull up directly outside of.
It's right outside the gym, yeah.
Yeah, right outside the gym, directly in front of it. And this is all kind of happening concurrently with the prank going on.
Yeah.
Then Melvin gets chased out, and his stunt double flips out the window and just lands head first into a barrel.
Waste,
yeah. But this shot always jarred me because the suit that he's wearing looks flesh colored, and you can see the definition of ass cheek and ass crack, but then there's no genital in the middle. That shot I was kind of like, I'm dropping. That shot always like threw me off, but he's just going through some toxic shit. It's that dude from in like, to bring up RoboCop again. Do you remember in RoboCop? Yeah. That also scared the shit out of me as a kid. That movie fucked my shit up. But, like that one scene in particular. But he's just cooking.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
The one thing I actually love is the fact that when a policeman tries to help him up, his hands just catch fire. It's just like fucking crazy.
They threw the rubbing alcohol in his hands and just lit it on fire. It's like
He catches fire, dude. Like,
instantly.
What?
But everybody's just standing around like, ew.
Yeah, they're all just like, half of them are laughing, half of them are like, ew, and the other, like, third are just like, what the fuck
Bozo's like, he's faking it, he doesn't know how to take a joke.
Yeah.
I actually get that a lot in this movie where, like, the villains, when they're getting fucked up, are like, it was just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. But, like,
I do love now this is where, among several occasions in the film, where Night on Bald Mountain starts playing, which is from the Disney film, or the Disney short Night on Bald Mountain, which is the
Chernobog and all that.
Yeah, the Chernobog.
Yeah. There's titties in that scene. There's animated breasts.
I love that. That's so good. I love it. We should do some like sort of like reviews of like scary Disney shit and cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, Disney.
That's a great one for the slab.
Point. Yeah,
like fucked up cartoons and scary shit. Yeah,
the dark side of Disney.
Oh yeah. So but this one shot, this is the one thing that did stick in my head, was where Melvin does catch a light completely.
Oh, it's a great burn.
It's a slow motion shot where he sort of stumbles to the ground as that music is playing, and I was like,
in public,
fuck me. That was that, and it's a good shot. It is.
There's no burn suit
shot.
either, I don't think.
Yeah,
because like
he's fully alight.
Yeah, you can usually tell when there's a burn suit. Like in the first Nightmare, when Freddy gets set on fire and tumbles down the basement stairs.
He added like 50
I was
pounds.
going to say, he just got much chunkier.
Freddy got
for
like
for like
shots.
Yeah, for like 2 fucking seconds.
It actually made me think of the Buddhist monks that would set themselves on fire.
Light, political protest.
I like. Oh, speaking of political protest, didn't the mayor say something about?
It's a political protest.
It's a political. Yeah, so it mops a political statement. Yeah. But
this mayor is great. I love
it just made me think of that shot from those newsreels where the monk was just sitting down in meditative pose and he was just all light.
Can you imagine though?
Oh, fuck.
That's Jesus. Fucking crazy. That's hot.
So your mother, her mother, his mother, its mother, the Toxic Avenger's mother.
Misgender the Toxic Avenger like 4 times.
So she basically like, oh, my son's finally hit puberty.
As he's in the bathroom
screaming,
metamorphosizing, it is a Kafka fucking nightmare.
Oh my god!
He gets in the bath.
I love this transformation. I think it's great.
That's what I was going to say. They put like the effects in this movie, like this. The budget for this movie was $500,000, and they put every fucking cent of it on screen. And you also can see where they. I don't want to say cut corners, that makes it sound lazy, but you can see where they've gotten favors done for them at the end in the credits.
Yeah.
Because of the special thanks.
Yeah.
Is huge. The list is massive. And you can tell that this, again, made in New Jersey, and like all the extras are just people from New Jersey.
Yeah.
People are just, because the thing is, it's not like there's incentive there. Hey, do you want to see a guy fucking melt and go through all this like special effects shit? Do you want to see a dude get lit on fire on the street?
Yeah.
And then even at the end, all that kind of stuff, everybody still like gathers back around. Mm-hmm. You know, you can tell that this movie was like just a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Like everybody seemed like into it. It doesn't feel cringy at any point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think to have been like, not necessarily a fly on the wall, but like to have been an extra or part of the crew doing this film would have been a fucking jolly good time.
I'm sure.
You know, definitely. You know, nah, come on. You know? Oh, what are we going to do next, guys? What are we going to shoot? I do think, yeah, it's definitely, it's still, no matter what, it's still a shit movie, in my opinion. But the love, no, hold on. But the love.
I didn't even say anything.
Sorry, I heard the inhale. I heard the inhale. But the love and the care that went into this is done extremely well, even if it is a shitty, campy, over the top movie.
You say that like it's a bad thing, though. That's the entire point.
But The can I just like I really want to talk about this metamorphosis is just it is good.
Also,
it is
such
done
a night
really well. Yes. He is like sitting in the bath or something.
Yeah, he
and
gets in the bath
he's
and
like
it
looking at his
sizzles.
arm,
It
and it's
boils.
like bubbles like showing up all along his arm and shit.
Stretching rubber.
Yeah.
For real. It's so good.
I do think the transformation was stupid but great.
And
I love the negative. It twists like purple negative shit or something.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's kind of in the style of the credits, because the credits come in this weird trippy like
you took acid.
I was literally just going to say, when you do acid and you have the trail, like everything just kind of falls in and then meets up with each other in the middle. I'm so glad you got that.
Yeah.
But like, this
Drug
scene
culture, man,
is
that's great.
so good.
Yeah.
And it looks painful.
It
It's-
does.
I actually don't think it's set on Night, or it's Night on Ball Mountain. I think they have another kind of horror theme in this scene because it's the most outrightly horror scene in the movie.
Out
I
of
think.
everything, absolutely, yeah.
It looks painful. It's kind of scary. He's sitting there and he's like, his feet are like still burning. The water starts to like boil when he gets
like
in,
steam and yeah.
and his skin is like cracking and like bloody and like it looks like he's been set on fire. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's all chemical burn. It's the chemical burn from the spiral perm. But you should watch. I'm telling you, you're like fucking 6 years late. But yeah, and then he's like looking in the mirror, and the head, you can tell how they did everything, but everything is still well done, especially for being on $500,000.
Yeah, because what they did with his head was that they had tubes here and here, and it was a bald cap. So basically what they're doing, they were just continuously blowing air back and forth. So what was happening was, it was obviously his head, but when they blew the air into it, all the hair and skin that was grafted on top of that would push up and move and just... Like, yeah, and he grabs the back of his head and he just kind of pulls it. Oh, it's a nightmare to think about. I mean, like, I'm already going through that, but it's a nightmare to think about shit like that, you know?
Oh, no, it's great. And then, just that negative shot where he, like, spins out of frame and then steps back up as the Toxic Avenger. And we don't actually get to see Toxi's face for another, like, half an hour.
It's a good 40 minutes before, and actually
he's
nearly an
the
hour
monster
before
for a
he
while.
starts to speak. As well,
Properly.
because like all you hear are like groans and like all of
it is
basically
very Frankenstein.
Yeah.
For real, there's a lot of that in this.
This was just like
He immediately goes to fight crime.
Oh my god, I love this.
The very next thing he does,
literally known as Shitbone Alley. I had to pause it and look it up. It's called Shitbone Alley.
And we get an Irish cop.
What is a trio of stupid, cigar face, and little Latin boy in drag.
See, that's the thing. You would expect
little Latin boy in a dress. Sorry.
But see, I don't know.
Busting their heads open.
I don't know what the kind of
popping their
implication
eyes.
of this person is.
An ock tongue.
I don't know what the implication of this person is, because you would expect this, A, for the time period, and B, for the subject matter, and because it's a trauma movie. You expect like you expect a couple of tranny words to be thrown around. You expect all the, but they just never do. This person just happens to be dressed as a woman.
Yeah,
and it never comes up at all. It just is
what it is. Yeah.
And again, these gangs, these are particularly what make me think of Clockwork Orange, because like
when a drag queen,
like each kind of gang member has their own like thing and look. Even later, Leroy, who also top 3 contender for Human Chair of the Week, the guy with the half painted face, and the
kind of Pulp Fiction scene.
Oh, it's not Xanadu. What's that movie? The Sean Connery in the you know what I'm talking about? Zardos.
In the what?
Oh my god, have you not seen? Hold on, just while we're talking about it, I'm gonna have to look this up. But this scene, I think is like the most. It's where we kind of like first be like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he fucks them up.
He really fucks them up, and only one of them survives, and you kind of wonder how. That he got like. There's a couple of shots in this movie overall where there's like, it's a dummy, but I love it. Yeah, like he picks it up and just shoves them into a garbage can and like folds them up and then picks it up and throws it down the road.
See, basically what's happening is, I think this Irish cop. Oh no, what they're doing is
Officer O'Shaughnessy.
The trio have collected money because they want to. I think it's like bribe the cop.
He's the
or
last
something.
cop that's left to bribe, because they're like, he's a good cop or whatever. They're going to shoot his nose off.
Oh god.
I thought it was really fucking cool.
They basically, like, they tried to bribe him, but, like, the cop turns around and is like, no, I want to do good, or something like that. He's like, no, I'm not taking your money.
He takes it and
then
shoves it back in his...
They start to beat the shit out of him, basically.
There's the outfit. Oh my god, look, Sean Connery.
Oh my god!
Isn't it?
What the fuck is that?
It's literally that outfit, but with, like, black leggings underneath that he's wearing.
What is that?
Sean Connery in a red diaper with a gun belt going across with thigh-high boots. It's Sean Connery as Rick James.
Gross.
Gross?
Well, no, to be fair,
I don't think.
I don't think.
I was looking at these covered basically in, like, fat or something.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Hell yeah.
So, basically, the Avenger is like... So there's 3 theories. The first one is he has some sort of weird psychic ability. The second one is he's drawn to evildoers.
Like,
and the third one is he's just a good guy who wants to take vengeance out on bad people. But it's just...
He's kind of set up as a menace in a Spider-Man kind of way as well.
Yes, I would agree with that.
It's just because how he kills people is so twisted and so violent that they're kind of like, I think you're going over a line. Yeah. But then he also captures people. They say that the jails have gotten overcrowded because there's no crime left.
I love how, like, most of the people that you see in that shot are just all prostitutes.
For real. There's lots of blue eyeshadow in this. I love it. Yeah.
Oh my god. But this sort of, like how he... I don't particularly understand how it works, and, like, it is...
seamless and pointless.
But how this works is just, I mean, it's irrelevant really, because he's just doing it anyway. But how all of this sort of comes to being based off of him falling in a vat of toxic waste is just beyond me, and I will probably never comprehend it.
Oh, you will when we watch Toxic Avenger 2 in like 2 weeks' time.
Darling, let me tell you. So, yeah, basically the trio are, he basically rips the scalps off of 2 of them.
And then it reappears
their
again.
heads together. Yes.
One of them was awake.
And then I think it's the little Latin boy in drag, where the Toxic Avenger just gets his hands and jabs the eyes into his eyes. I love it.
And then the other guy, who gets up,
Cigar Face?
No, Cigar
Face or Cigar Head? I can't remember.
Cigar Face is like the main like ringleader of this little gang.
Yeah.
But Cigar Face is called Cigar Face because he puts cigars on other people's face. Cigar Face implies that you have this cigar-esque face. The cop,
he burned
Officer
him in the
O'Shaughnessy or whatever, right in the middle of the forehead, and then
poor guy.
They're like, what do they say? They're like, oh, we're gonna fuck him or something like that. There's constant threat of rape in this movie the entire time. There is. It's just a very, again, Clockwork Orange, but the cop is like thrown to the ground. They just beat the shit out of him, and then they go to put the gun up to his nose, and then they put it to his balls, and he's like, no, please don't, I have a family. And then the Avenger shows up and just grabs Cigar Face by the head and throws him across. But the other guy, not the chick...
I just keep saying he's like the stupid guy. Like, I literally have him as the trio of stupid, Cigar Face, and little Latin boy in drag.
But okay, so stupid,
because like the guy is just like
face broken. He just gets his face broken.
Yeah,
he gets fucked up just in general, and then just gets punched in the face, and his whole like from the nose down is just all broken in. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Think Charlie's head close up from Hereditary. Yeah. Like the face is just broken in. Yeah. And then the heads are bashed together and the eyes are pushed in and the face kind of caves in a little bit. Yeah. And then, Cigar Face is like...
He survives, but he gets like mashed
in
into
a Batman way
or something. Yeah.
It's like, I didn't kill you, I'm just going to maim the fuck out of you. Yeah, it just gets picked up, crumpled up like a piece of paper and thrown in a garbage can. Yeah. No, not even a garbage can. Like an oil drum, and then picked up and thrown out of the scene. He just gets it. He's like, you monster faggot! We get that a lot.
Yeah.
That's what he keeps calling him. And the cop is like, the cop freaks out. And it's just like, whoa!
He like puts he puts the cap back on and hands him back, I think it's a baton or something, and he's just like,
No, it's a mop.
be on your way.
Oh, yeah,
he,
no, it is,
he
yeah.
puts the mops on their faces or something like that.
Puts them up through the faces, puts
Yes.
them up in the mouth, and then like
Twists.
yeah, all the way in.
Love it.
It's so as we were saying earlier, that's kind of his calling card. That's how they can identify, like, oh, they always refer to him as the monster.
Yeah.
In this,
The monster has a heart.
the monster's got nice arms.
I still don't understand that much. That like he's got this sort of like Charlton Heston voice.
It's like newscaster announcer.
Yeah.
It's don't worry, little boy, I'm here to save
like
you.
Orson
kind of
Welles type thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
heroic voice.
yeah, it's like insert generic muscular white man voice here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he sounds hot.
and you have that, and it's so out of place
because it's so dubbed in.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. The audio choices in this movie are choices, but again, like I think it all just like adds to it.
What a fucking cunt!
It's like the ADR in this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, man, these scenes, but the meeting that this random, like, he's not a police chief, he's just a random German police officer.
The Nazi.
Yeah, the Nazi. That, like, I always, like, literally this is stuck in my, next to, like, the Flaming Man, is all of the including the mayor in this scene, are all shouting at each other. He literally puts up his hand. Achtung! And, like, they all go quiet. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he says that the mayor is there's two things that I found funny about the mayor. I mean, he's overweight, but the way they introduce him is says the mayor is for a healthy Tromaville, and he's eating a salad.
He is planetoid. This like
he's
this
obese.
mayor is
He's obese.
Huge.
Yeah.
He's also been in a lot of stuff though. I think he's in Basket Case as well. I think he's like one of the diners in that thing. He just asks for more butter or whatever. They like bring him over more butter. He's also in Class of Nukem High. This like Trauma is one of those studios that will like has kind of in-house like, you know, they bring back kind of like reoccurring characters kind of thing. But I love this mayor. He's so adorable. It's just because he's like big and cherub like in like a Renaissance way, not in like a biblical way.
I love the way you have to distinguish that.
I just want to like rub his face. His big face, yeah.
But he is introduced because the first time you see him is not him in person, it's on this billboard placard thing that's like plastered everywhere, and he's holding up a bowl of salad, and he just goes, the mayor so and so and so and so, Mr. Blah blah blah, is for a healthy Tromaville. I was like, the next shot you see him, he's in this sleazy bar with a load of like titties hanging around him, smoking a cigar, and like a pizza in front of him and a beer, and you're just like, right.
I love how like unsubtle they are. Like again, they're playing like so to the camera, where it's like he's catching all the criminals until there's going to be no criminals left but us.
Yeah, it's very like Batman 1970s like villain sitting in their den being like, what happens if the Cape Crusader comes for us next?
That's actually a really good like Toxic Avenger voice.
Yeah.
Very much so that.
But I love the way he turns around and he just goes, mops. Maybe it's a political statement. I was just like, what?
This mayor is fucking hilarious.
How did you come to this conclusion? What?
Yeah, all the scenes with these people are hilarious, because I actually think the intro where we're seeing all of this, there's like, they have these like dancers.
Yes, it's very but it's
terrible because the girls are very obviously dancing to a different song on set
than what's actually playing. Yeah,
but the one girl, oh my god, it literally had me screaming last night. She's doing just like generic sexy dance, but she goes like this, and then she's just like, just right, like for no fucking reason. Like they're kind of just set decoration. They don't even really interact with like the mayor or anything. But these people are also on like level 10. Like this mayor is fucking cracked out. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's like you just missed him doing 4 bumps off of the mirror in front of him. Do you know what I mean? Like that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? But the next thing,
the Mexican restaurant.
Oh my god.
It's the best
So, this... let's get into it. So, this scene is the most...
It's so funny.
Oh, like, it's... to me, I just thought, Pulp Fiction... but done very badly and so over the top meets you know what, actually, The Warriors. It made me think of The Warriors because of like the paint and
fucking,
all of that kind of thing.
What are they fucking called again? The like the Baseball Furies or something like that.
I can't remember.
Hold on, that's gonna drive me insane.
But it's just because you have the three archetypes. You have the guy who looks like he was just a Vietnam veteran off the streets.
Yeah, it's the Baseball Furies.
You have the guy who's like Sean Connery meets the Baseball Furies from The Warriors.
Who? Oh my god, that dude is so beautiful though. Also plays two characters.
And
in
then
this
the
movie.
other guy, so just some random guy in a leather jacket with a gun,
He's,
who doesn't say anything.
Yeah, the fuck he does. He's
No,
like,
he just
that's
repeats
right.
words that the other guys say. And he shoots the register.
Oh no, it's so yeah, just shoot straight down into it. But no,
Oh,
this
God.
scene is fucking hilarious, bro. They bust in and like Leroy is like the one that I think you're gonna like remember from this. That's the like fully painted up with the whatever.
Oh
the
yeah,
suspenders
he's
and stuff.
definitely a standout for
He
sure.
comes in like just with a gun straight out, and he's like, "Look, a little mother and an even littler baby." He's like, "Yeah, like Mexican
Just
food, baby," and then like
Fully
holds the
putting
gun.
the shotgun in the baby's face.
And then he like runs over and he's like, "Look, teeny boppers," and
Yeah.
he's like, "This one's cute." You
Yeah.
know?
Like, I use teeny
You like
boppers.
video games? You know?
you get quarters from your mouth.
Cuff 'em up.
Can't give it the quarters.
And then this just descends
Kissy
into...
Christmas.
It's crazy. This just descends into like... I think like...
He was
the
fully
most
told
outrightly,
to
like wacky scene in the movie.
tell me you're fucking nuts without telling me you're fucking nuts.
By constantly smiling and showing me all your teeth.
Like, so, like, half his face, was it black or was it red?
It's half black with a red eye and then a black...
And then
like
he's got,
black
like, a
eyeliner.
red, like, kind of lip on or something
It's like
that.
kind of half blackface, but also it's so directly inspired by the Baseball Furies.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it's that, but red.
yeah, because they wear white and blue.
Yeah, half
or
the
white
faces-
and yellow or something.
They kind of vary. Again, it's very Clockwork Orange.
Scene, yeah.
Yeah, he is kind of the most outrightly kind of Clockwork Orange-ish character. Just
For
because
sure.
it's very kind of Alex. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, the Slug and Bozo give me the droogs. Like when they're
Oh,
driving in
yeah.
the car, it's
Yeah.
very that, you know?
Just bouncing around, like mumbling and stuff, yeah.
But this scene is so good. They're just accosting everybody in this restaurant. And then this one guy steps up. He's like, "Hey, you should leave that girl alone. Take me as a hostage and let everybody else go." And then he's like, "What a great fucking idea." And then they just shoot him.
Yeah.
They just shoot his ass. And he is acting. There's lots of like choice slow-mo scenes in this movie where
Yeah.
they shoot him and then they give this guy like a couple of seconds to like
Die. Yeah.
and then fall through this like very obviously already
Trellis.
broken trellis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. And then they start accosting Sarah. This is where we like get her. She's great in this movie.
The
I think
blind
she's
chick,
adorable.
future girlfriend of the Toxic Avenger, who is very clearly not blind.
No, she's not blind. She's just looking above your head at
Yeah.
all times. But no, I love her. But they're just gonna rape the fuck out of her in this restaurant.
Oh
They're
my
gonna
god!
really try.
It's like, what did he say? It's like, did you?
I always wanted to cornhole me a blind bitch.
Oh my god! And they
They rip her
fully
skirt off.
shoot this dog dead
Shoot
ass.
the dog and it flies across the restaurant. And the whole time she's just like, she borders
Losing her mind.
the spectrum-ish.
Yeah.
Because she's like, "No, what did you do to my dog?" She does. She gives me kind of like proto Anna Faris in Scary Movie a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's that same kind of humor.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just see this dog puppet get shot and then like just pushed across this restaurant. And then they cut to the dog after she's like, "It's dead, my dog." And the dog is like lying like this, literally like like smiling. The dog's like, am I doing a good job? And they clearly just poured like ketchup or something on this dog's side.
They gave it like a sausage or two as like intestines. It's just great.
Yeah, like this dog just can't help but being a good boy.
Yeah.
You know?
You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
But like fucking hell, when I first saw this, like I saw this probably like 10, 12 years ago or something. It's actually one of the first movies that I discovered by way of the internet. Like, just kind of looking up, like, horror movies or like whatever it is. So I was always super curious. But
and your mind was destroyed when you saw it. You were like, "Oh my fucking god!"
My fragile little mind. But, with this scene, I was like, "They're gonna shoot that baby." They don't, but I wouldn't have been surprised. Like, it really isn't. So it wouldn't have been out of character for this movie, you know. But then it just all goes down because Toxi shows up like right as they're about to quote cornhole the blind bitch.
Yeah.
And
bend over.
So fucking stupid. And then this the main guy.
I just what did I call him? I said Vietnam veteran.
Painted like adamant, by the way.
Yeah.
He's got the white stripe across the nose. It's very adamant.
It just gave me Vietnam veteran, the baseball guys from the Furies, and then stupid guy with a leather jacket. That's kind of the names that I have them under.
I'm gonna get the names here because it'll piss me off if I don't get it. Also, so many of these people just don't have other credits or even pictures on IMDb. Like, this is so many people's first and last like movies.
Gig, yeah. I do want to say that their murders are some of the more entertaining ones.
Dude just gets his arm ripped off and doesn't even realize it until he sees it in Toxi's hand.
Yeah.
It gets pulled off and he's like, "Hey, motherfucker," and then just turns around and is like, "Ah!" And just like sees that the arm is like part of the scene for sure.
Yeah.
Like the whole time there's just all these like those stringy pieces hanging out, but it's also so obviously him just like this.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so cheaply made, and like I mean, I feel like this is probably like one of the only scenes where it looks like slightly goofy, but like you don't fucking care. Well, I don't.
Oh yeah, because like you're so far
over the top.
Yeah, you're so far down the rabbit hole at this point that you just accept it. You know.
Yeah, like you're already on the track. Like you're already on the ride. So like,
you might.
I don't feel like you would have turned it. If you were going to turn it off, you would have turned it off before this. Like if you've made it this far, just you might as well. There's only 45 minutes left or something. You know.
Yeah.
There's only 2 more of this exact scene left. Every time you fight somebody, it's always in like gangs of 2 or 3. It's never just like 1-on-1 or whatever. But so there's that, and then we kind of forget about him for a little while. You just kind of assume that he's dead or whatever, and then he moves on to Leroy, and Leroy's death is crazy. Like there's this just big fight scene that's just kind of like him being thrown around. Nobody is ever able. He's like Toxi is also invincible / impervious to damage at all. So he brings him to the back and ice creams him to death. Milks him to death first. Not like a cow, but like
he just dumps a load of milk down his throat, basically.
I was watching this though, being like, how did they film this? Because at certain points, he's literally just pouring milk down this guy's neck and he's like screaming.
Yeah.
And then he does it with ice cream, but then the ice cream goes over. The ice cream is in the mouth with the chocolate syrup, and then there's cream on the face over the nose as well. And I'm like, how would you? That guy's gonna die, like for real. And then he puts in the like milkshake mixer thing into his mouth and just mixes it up.
I love how like parts of it it's out of frame, but like you see loads of these like jets of blood. Like very the Death of Holofernes, that the painting where your one is like jabbing the sword down, it's just all the blood is spreading out. I literally have this like image in my head with that guy who's like getting milkshake to death, like all of these holes just like punctuating the side of his throat, just jetting blood out. And
it's weird for how gory this movie is. It's weirdly bloodless.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's realistic. There's not pints and pints and pints of blood. There's a realistic amount of blood.
Yeah.
If somebody got their head crushed in.
And then the worst is the guy who gets fried chickened to death.
Personal hell for me. The idea of anytime they do this, I think they did that in Coven, where Queenie gets and she deep fries her own hand or whatever. I think she in Watchmen as well. Rorschach throws the thing of hot grease over the guy's face.
Whoa.
Just for some reason, hot grease in particular, it's disgusting, because when we see the food being prepared in this, the grease is black.
Yeah.
It's so nasty. It's just like, all the tacos are uncooked as well. They're all hard shell.
It just made me think about something there. In the first opening shot of this Mexican quote restaurant area, the guy literally has his hand down his pants, whipping out I think
It's a little bottle of alcohol.
Yeah, and like he's literally like the next shot is him like putting food onto a tray, and I was like, oh my god, oh no,
Is it bad
no?
that they also have that guy as contender for Human Chair of the Week? He's so cute in the face. Whatever. I don't have to eat his fucking food. Also, he's not real.
Audible gasp.
Yeah, you actually didn't gasp though.
Yeah, my mouth is wide open, agape. I
wish. Not in a while.
Not on the podcast, Lee.
Oh no, he's cute though. I think this guy's cute. But then like he's just like in it, like a for the rest of the scene he's just
he's catatonic
over like this much alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like smaller than an aggie.
Oh yeah, because they
It's
turn
like
around
maybe
and they're
a
like,
flash.
he's drunk, Sergeant. He's like,
Yeah, they're
he's,
like, ugh, the smell,
yeah.
and all this shit. But this death in particular, I feel like is like of any of them, this is the one I don't want. Like,
yeah, because Toxi like shoves his hands into
they're like a fry basket
thing and crushes the basket around his hands so
Sure.
he can't take them. Then he shoves them into the deep fryer and locks him in place.
after
so
the
he
samurai
can't.
sword fight. The samurai swords that he took off the wall of a Mexican restaurant. The decor
Yeah.
is sombreros and samurai swords. And that's it. And trellises indoors. But yeah, then he puts him up
Choices.
against the fryer, the deep fryer, and then bends all the like metalwork around it over him, so he's like caged into it, and then just fries this guy's hands, and then just leaves him there. But I'm like, that is the worst way to go.
The
Ew.
one thing I can imagine with that is it gets to a point where they are so fried that
Just
literally
falling off.
at his things he will just like slip out.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! Like literally his hands would just break off at that, or the
Yeah,
inside
you ever
of his arm would
overcooked
just
something in the
slide
air
out.
fryer or something like that?
Yeah.
Where like the meat itself is like changed physics
Yeah.
on the inside.
Oh.
And in a
Ugh.
leather jacket too, you'll be so sweaty. No, there's something about that it's like it's not only horrific and painful, but also it's gross and embarrassing.
Yeah. So in between, like each of these sort of
Take me out of
like,
here.
things, like because he takes her. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm a good guy." Blah,
Let me
blah,
touch
blah.
your face, and he's like, "No, don't.
No, don't. I've got acne.
I have acne."
And she's like fully like looking everywhere except him.
No, it's okay. She goes, everybody has acne sometimes.
Yeah. How do you know you're fucking blind? You fucking blind ass bitch.
Never had acne.
But I have. You can tell by all the scars. So
Okay.
yeah, you can.
I can't.
You can't?
No.
Seriously?
No.
I have loads of acne scars. It's unbelievable.
I also try not to pay attention to your face too much, so that might help.
Wow.
No, I never knew that.
Really? Oh, I'll tell you what, I will shave this and I'll show you. I've full... yeah. Crater face.
It's full X under there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But there's this whole montage.
You're Night of the Living Dead under there.
I like
under that
literally-
beard. Yeah.
Are you gross and all puss and stuff? No, this sort of like montage of Toxi and his
Sarah.
Sarah. Thank you.
Sarah.
Zara.
Yeah.
And they just fall in love with each other, and they just like, it's very dandy. It's like nothing happened, and they're just like, they're enjoying the honeymoon phase of their relationship. And like, I love the
adorable.
last scene that they have together, which is this little kind of slow down scene, and he's fully holding her softly, but
Holding
she's
me
got
softly.
her hands clasped
On his ass.
on his ass.
That's a nice ass. Toxi is like...
Thick.
Toxi's
Yeah.
a thick old boy. He's got a good body. He's also like 2.5 foot taller than her. Like,
Oh yeah,
fuck
he's
me up.
huge. He's huge.
Huge. Just so from New York.
Philip.
Yeah, I always catch myself doing that, throwing the U in Philip. But yeah, I think they're like adorable, and they fall in love kind of like straight away.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then he's like,
Oh yeah.
he has I actually forget where the placement of this scene is, but it's kind of just around here. He tries to go back to his house.
Yes.
And we get a lot of scenes of Toxi just walking around. Actually, it is just this kind of one montage.
Oh yeah, his mother is like,
just,
oh my god.
Yeah, and he's just walking around New Jersey.
Yeah.
There's scenes of him like on the tracks, and he's like, oh, this fucking sucks. And gets down to this real estate. Oh, that's another plot point. I always forget about this. The reason they're also trying to kill him is because he's inhabiting this like really, really valuable waterfront area.
Yes.
The mayor is like, even though it's contaminated with toxic waste, fuck it, like people would pay money for this,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And then Toxi just like it's like this already made cabin out of trash that he goes in and just makes it slightly nicer.
Yeah,
like
by
he just like
putting
turns
up,
the quality up 1 or 2
her
dollars.
dead dog in a love heart frame, and his mother, and then roses everywhere.
That was really cute though. He put like when he finishes, he puts up a little frame picture of his mom. It's just mommy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his mom freaks out, so he's now just like. I mean, the gaff looks pretty nice. They hang out there all the time.
They do,
Like,
except
it's
like
just
it
his
reminds me of you know what we used to have when we were younger, which is like the dens and all.
I was gonna
that
say,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
the den.
It's very that.
The swing, kind of. Without the swing.
If you know the swing, you know the swing.
Which is probably like maybe 10 people in the whole world.
Yeah.
Know what that spot is.
Yeah.
I was actually very surprised at how untouched that was.
I guarantee you, other people know about that. We just don't know who they are.
I don't know. There's never been remnants of other people there, and we were there for like 2 whole summers in a row. There was
That is
never any
very
like
true.
other evidence because it's kind of whatever. We're talking about a fucking movie. We'll talk about it later. But then, oh yeah, he goes to the gym.
Oh, he goes back. Yes.
Body Talk is still playing.
It was literally the only thing they had.
Oh, it's good though.
So, like, he goes back and, oh yeah, sits her ass clean on these hot rocks. Oh my god.
Hot rocks, which is actually just dry
It's
ice.
just dry ice with a load of steam. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's in this steam room with the door open.
And she's fully she's fucking herself. She is masturbating.
But she's jerking off to the pictures of the dead kid. You know? It's weird looking back on it. Again, I only ever watched this like on TV, like on my TV.
Only
or, like,
ever
on my
watched
phone
this
or
once,
whatever.
and it'll probably be the only time I ever watch it.
That's so sad for you. But
I can live
seeing
with
the
that.
effects on this kid, it literally looks like this. It looks real.
Yeah.
The kid's face looks like it's been smashed open.
in, yeah.
And yeah, she's just like getting off. Titties are out. You know?
Oh man, she is gyrating to that fact.
She has an appropriate tan line now. Her tits are
Oh yeah,
all
yeah,
generally
you
one
noticed it.
color. Yeah, that's what I never understand, the idea of like tanning shapes onto yourself. It looks so weird. Or you know how people do like I don't know if you've seen this, but you work in a gym, you might have. People put like a sticker on. Like it'll be like a sticker in the shape of like the Playboy bunny, and then go tanning with that on and take it off, so they have a tan line in that shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, this chick.
All
is
the
fucking
faggots that go
hilarious.
to my gym probably have that. Yeah.
You're looking at all the faggots with their clothes on.
No, but they seem to want to
No,
get them off quick enough
no.
from fucking in the showers and the
I
pool
wasn't.
area.
But yeah, he just picks her up and throws her ass on these hot rocks.
Yeah.
That's also a really like
See, he.
Like, terrible way to
That's
go.
another thing that her boyfriend,
slug.
who is
Not Corey
like
Feldman.
coming over to her dressed up as John Merrick, the Elephant Man.
A David Lynch reference in
Right?
'84. I was like, that's so cool.
I
I'm not an animal. I'm Melvin the Mop Boy. The shot when he rocks up though is kind of
it's
creepy.
scary because he has
Because
like one hand like reached
we see one
over
eye.
himself. Yeah.
It's kind of The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It's kind of Jason in Part 2. It's
the
kind
bag.
of Joseph
Yeah.
Merrick.
Yeah.
It's creepy, and it's only one shot of him literally just standing like this, and we see the one eye. I thought that was really cool. Also,
But he
that
does
dude
the
is like
same
a
thing.
foot and a half taller than your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the shape of your boyfriend at all.
He does the same thing, and like it's kind of terrifying. But like, I mean, it's an obvious reveal, but it is kind of terrifying because
It's also where we see his face for the first time.
yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's weird. The eye to me looked like,
It looked like one of those candy eyes, those jelly eyes that you used to buy for Halloween.
it was weird. It looked oddly like projected on or something. It looked almost like you know those glasses that have like the holographic eyes on them
Oh,
that
yeah,
can blink.
yeah.
It looked like it looked weirdly like painted on. It didn't look like an actual eye.
Yeah.
Or it looked like a temporary tattoo or something. It looked weird.
Well, this might surprise you, but it's special effects.
It's not really, but
It's effects.
Also though, I do think that like this movie would suffer a little bit. Well, I actually don't think so. If they just showed him the entire time, I like that there is kind of a build up.
Yeah, because most of the time, it was kind of like back shots or shots up to his chest, or
like in the
or
dark
like a
or
curling
something.
fist or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose if he was the villain,
And
it
the
probably would
growling
be
as well. Yeah, that was kind of pretty much it. And
It
then,
is very Frankenstein.
Does he
isn't
talk
it?
in that scene? I think it's the first time he talks is in that scene, isn't it? Oh no, he's talking to your one in the shootout. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we get to Julie is the next kill.
Yeah, 'cause she is like your
and this
one
is
is
a
fully
horror
fried on that hot rocks. It's great crack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he goes back to the gym a second time after this, and the fat girl is also there. Sorry to call her that, but that's what she's called. They're like having a conversation in the gym room or whatever, and she falls down and is kind of exposed, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like,
he
look
does
at her
the
or
gentleman
whatever.
thing. Yeah,
But she's gonna change, and I think this is the most
scary.
Yeah,
It's
I
very.
think so. It is
reminded
very
me
Friday.
of Nightmare Friday
and Halloween.
And Halloween, because like it's in a boiler room area, all of these types of things.
The
and
chase is very Jason.
It is. She is screaming the entire scene. She does not stop screaming
Kind of.
until she dies.
Because it's not even like scared. It's kind of just
Yeah.
But he chases her the whole way through this gym, all the way down into like the shot where he enters is actually it's a jump.
Yeah.
Because she's sitting there getting changed or whatever, doing like generic gym shit, and then he just pops up from underneath this like the bench that she's sitting on, and starts to strangle her, and then like some other chick walks in, and he just like lets her go, I guess, and then she runs through the gym and gets down to kind of the boiler room underneath it, the kind of basement area where it's like, and she's like barefoot, and I'm like, look at the floor.
It's like dark, it's dripping wet in there. There's rats in like one of the service tunnel things. She's trying to like use extremely obviously outdated and not in use elevators.
For real. But then he pops out of it. You know, there's like certain scenes where he straight up teleports. Like when he kills the lady in the laundromat later, he just teleports.
Yes,
he's directly behind her, and then she exits out one side, and he's there.
Yeah,
but this kill. What the fuck even happened in this again?
You know what? Her death is so just forgettable at this point. I don't remember.
Pause that shit. I'm not gonna make a fool of me. Okay, yeah. So he just like stabs her with a scissors. Sorry, I watched this at like 4 a.m. last night, so forgive me. But he just stabs her with his scissors, and then it cuts to Bozo just being like, she's screwing up my fucking karma. Oh yeah, because they're waiting on her. So we kind of move into like the third act now. Yeah. They're waiting on her with the car so they can go and drive over more kids, and we get this montage of Toxi just like running out into the middle of the road and just saving these kids, you know, and then those kids become the Toxi fan club. They're the ones running around.
Yeah, they're the ones who do. Yeah,
and he's just gone around like helping old ladies across the street, or some girl is trying to open a jar of popped popcorn. And then she's like, "Oh, the fuck, I can't do it." And then he breaks in.
It's unpopped, and she gets such a fright that it pops. That all the popcorn pops, and then he opens it, and then he pats her as he walks away, and she's just like still terrified. But as she opens it, the popcorn like jumps out.
Yeah, because when she first sees it, she's like, she freaks out.
He helps an old lady across the road. Oh my god, this
and
montage
then we get to
is
see
shit.
an old lady get the shit.
Oh my god! The one thing that I found so funny about that scene is literally people in the background going about their day while the whole time.
It's
while
bright out.
These two assholes kick the absolute living shit out of this old granny
with like a cane.
Yeah.
Like it's with her cane. They're like she gets out of her car and they're like waiting around for Julie, who is dead. To bring over the car. And I actually love Julie's hair though. Julie's hair is so well.
It's quintessential 80s.
Yeah, everybody's hair is done so well.
If you think about woman in the 80s in a gym, this would be the epitome of that.
80s gym aerobics Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a character called Barbie in this, played by somebody called Barbie.
Cool.
But yeah, so they're like, oh, how about like driving a Japanese import? So they're now gonna like go and rob this car, and they go over, and this lady is getting out, like this old lady, and she's like, again, like she's just like adorable. But they're like, hey, can we have it? She's like, you sure can. And then they take her bags off her and just throw them away. She's like, what the fuck, bro? And they take her cane and they just bring her around the back of the car and just kick the shit out of her and take the car.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're gonna go try and kill all these kids and stuff. But then Toxi like gets them. Yeah. This is like kind of where it all starts to go down, and then where our like main villains become secondary, and then they're kind of gone-ish.
Yeah.
Like Slug just gets grabbed to death.
Yes.
We're kind of Marion Chambers.
The other thing is, I looked at this scene, and there's this one shot where Toxi jumps, but it makes it seem like he flies. And it uses this whole kind of woo sound.
Yeah, Toxi's powers are very undefined.
Yeah. He teleports, he can fly, he has great strength, and he has a nice ass.
And evil, yeah, he really does. And like evil radar.
Yes.
Ish.
It's mental or it's metaphysical. It's never clear, but
also he's only deformed from like the chin up.
No, he is burned.
He's painted grey. Okay, his face is physically deformed, and the body is gorgeous.
The body is right.
Yeah,
butterface.
Toxi is this season's body girl. I'm just gonna say.
Body. Stop relying on that body.
So we just get this chase. Again, where I'm like, fucking hell, the stunts in this movie are so risky, because it's like, but obviously everything in a car is so sped up,
yes,
to make it look fast or whatever like that, and it is effective, like to a point. But Toxi is just kind of being like thrown around the top of this car, and then just grabs Slug and grabs him to death, and then just throws him at the car. Yeah, literally just throws him at the car, and then gets in and starts to it starts to like fuck with Slug, and then he's like, "You're gonna kill us both," and just forces him to drive.
Give me the wheel. You want the wheel?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Then I'm like, what the fuck? Because he's driving him into a playground and like just
with loads of kids.
Yeah, with loads of kids.
Oh my god.
And what are the points for kids in a playground? What are the points for kids and a mother?
Oh no, weren't the points for kids like a lot higher than others?
Yes, but then they're like, what are kids on a bike? Like, kids on a bike are different than kids, and then kids under or over 12 are different.
Oh
Hispanics
my god,
are 30
you have thought this out, haven't you?
I've just seen it enough.
On your own there, pal.
Well, I actually am it, though. That's what I'm telling you. You are so in the minority on this movie. You really fucking are.
So this is where everything starts to change, because I know that Melvin is losing control of himself.
No, fucking Bozo dies in a fire.
Yeah, I know. We established that, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
we just got that he drove through a playground that is by the edge of a cliff.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
When the car goes off the edge,
very Thelma and Louise.
There's a dude standing at the bottom of that hill. Like, the car comes off like this, and there's a dude standing right here, and the car just lands like this. And then, the car goes on fire, and then Bozo is just like laid out the front of the car. Like, they burnt this car for real. This movie, like, for 500,000 has multiple explosions, multiple, like, very good special effects, and, like, several tanks.
Yes.
And, like, other, like,
the whole Vietnam army shows up at one point.
Yeah, literally, they get the National Guard in.
Yeah.
You know, that scene of the mayor on the phone to the National Guard is so funny, where he's like, yes, we should kill him. You think that's too extreme? We should capture him? Yes, I was thinking exactly the same thing. You know.
So this whole thing where he is sort of losing, because he explains to, what's her name? Sophie? Sally?
Sarah.
Insert
Zara.
generic white girl. Where he's sort of beginning to lose control of himself, like,
so
around
he
things.
thinks.
And he's drawn into this random clothes laundrette
Or dry cleaners, whatever.
Oh my god. Mrs. Cal, your customers Mrs. Haskell, you know customers aren't supposed to be on that machine, and she's fully compressed.
So dead. Yeah.
And he literally, I love the fact that even the gardeners support of the guys in the faggots in the hairdresser salon, where he literally turns around and he goes, I know he prefers blonde.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love that the gays are in this movie like a couple of times. They have like a couple of like choice lines, you know. But this scene is so weird and so out of left. I was gonna say left wing.
She's
so out of like
fully a dwarf being chased around.
But it's so weird.
By a 7 foot tall muscle man.
She reminds me of somebody I know. No, like somebody like in my family, but so to a T. It's unreal, like personality and everything. And like, don't get me wrong, I literally love this person like to death. But like, she comes in and it turns out she's evil. Toxi didn't know that.
Yeah,
but
he was drawn to her.
Yeah, he just thought that and it's weird. The perspective in this doesn't make it look like she's a little person straight away.
Yeah,
and then when Toxi comes in, it's just like, holy shit, this
woman doesn't
tiny.
come up to his fucking knees.
No, like she's fucking tiny. But,
he shoves her, and you can see that it's a mannequin. He shoves her into the washing machine.
That's what I was going to say. There's a couple of scenes in this where they fully have like a dummy or a mannequin, and it just adds to it. Just the stiffness of it, the fact that he can just like just toss her into this thing, and then takes her out. You would think that would be it, but he kind of like chases her through.
Very My Bloody Valentine.
Very that.
Very
or
that.
Also, it kind of gave me, I Know What You Did Last Summer, kind of chasing through like the sheets and stuff.
Yeah,
because she's in the back of this laundrette, and he's chasing directly behind her, and then she comes out the other side and he's right in front of her. And then he picks her up and like tosses her in, but then he puts her in like the clothes press, and just like shoves it down. The dude comes in, the owner.
It's like, Mrs. Haskell, you know customers aren't supposed to be in those machines.
You can't park there. But he comes in and his reaction is so funny, because he comes in and she's so obviously in sight, like in view, you can see everything, and it's not like she's up there just lying down. She's very obviously been
dead,
crushed, and
she's
squished,
cooked.
and he just stands like slightly off at another angle. He's like, whoa! Like he just can't take it or whatever. So the mayor kind of take this as like, or the mayor and his like little group. Yeah, they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking kill him.
These are like
against him.
These are like, how do I explain it? Like these are like the higher up gangsters per se.
To the government.
They're the government. But they're like the shady. They're the government.
That's a weird way to say the same word. But yeah, they're kind of we get all these like random little interjections kind of between each kill, and every time they find a mop, except for this time they don't find a mop.
Yes.
But yeah, Toxi thinks he's lost it and gone crazy, but then we find out that this woman was evil because she owned she ran a quote white slavery ring. So yeah, Toxi again, even against his own better judgment or his own whereabouts, was just physically drawn to evil, you know. But he goes to Sarah. They go back to what I think is her parents' house or something, because there's like I don't know, because whatever. They go back, and this is where we finally get the sex scene. They finally like actually like do it and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've lost it. I'm evil. After he creeps in on her. Or whatever,
Yeah.
I didn't see you there. You know? Tell me you're blind without telling me you're blind.
No, this is the part where the town is sort of is kind of split down the middle, like half support, half want to hunt him down like Frankenstein, basically. And the mayor is sort of like,
this is our chance.
He's anti-LGBTQ, clearly, hates the blind and the deaf, the lame, and the differently abled. He's clearly in, full strife mode here and wants to literally bring the NASA, the government, and Vietnam all in one to
bring Vietnam, bring that country,
Vietnam down, because there's like tanks, there's rollers, there is squad bikes, there is the National Guard,
like the actual National Guard. I feel like is here. I think that might have even been what it is, though. The fact that like
the one thing I love about the fact is all the crowd that's gathered around. There are loads of obviously like they all have their guns pointed out, but there are people at the back of the crowd that have their guns. I don't know if you noticed it, but there's loads of people at the back of the crowd that have their guns aimed at, supposedly at
just
the tent,
civilians and shit.
but they're just like aimed at the back of someone's head.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, they all kind of rock up to... Oh, okay, yeah, that's how we get there. Because after the sex scene...
Because they flee.
Sarah and Toxi are like, okay, we need to go somewhere. She's like, I wish we could just go somewhere. Like, you guys both have houses. Also, just saying. No, fuck, let's go camping.
He still lives with his mother, technically.
No, he lives in the fucking... in the swamp. He's got his own house. That's where they hang out for most of the time. And then they go to this other place, just in the middle of some field, like in the back of some field.
It's like right where they want to do, because it was that B plot where they were like, well, we need that land. You know?
No, that's where he lives.
Oh, right.
Because that's all toxic waste. That's where he goes and lives there. But they're trying to also get rid of him so they can build there.
Uh-huh.
But then this is, I mean, obviously you can tell that in real world when they filmed it, it's literally over there. There. Like, it's
they just pan the camera to the right.
Exactly. And there's actually lots of shots of like the World Trade Center in this movie, because New York is, because it's New Jersey, so New York is literally like right over there.
Yeah.
You know? But the World Trade though still would have been like relatively new.
It would have. It went up in the 70s, didn't it?
Yes, it's first featured in the 70s King Kong movie, because he climbs up the World Trade Center, not the I was going to say the Eiffel Tower at the Empire State. I also love that movie because it's fucking Jessica Lange as not Dawn, Duwan. No, Duwan. That's her name. Duwan. Duwan. And we
Is that Duwan Graham?
We get to see her titties in that movie too.
Love Jessica Lange's titties.
And Jeff Bridges. And
she has titties?
Dance. He just died. Yes.
Okay.
What are we fucking talking about? Oh yeah. So they go camping ish, and then the scene is so funny again. It's so farcical.
How did you not notice tanks rolling up next to you?
They just zoom out. They zoom out from this shot to just have 3 tanks, all of New Jersey, like everybody who lives in Tromaville,
everybody who owns a gun.
Yeah, literally, and they're all just standing outside, and
the army.
The mayor is like armored up. He's like ready to go.
He's ready to blow the shit out of them. Yeah,
but also nobody is like. That's kind of sus a little bit
excessive,
because people like kind of question him, and he's like, "Don't know, I'll kill you right now." Yeah. Oh, because the Irish cop, Officer O'Shaughnessy, is like, "No, you can't. He saved my life." And we get a lot of kind of little confessionals like that. Where
because the kids,
can't
that
kill
his
him.
Mother,
everybody throw themselves in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, and then the mayor is still totally going to shoot though.
Yeah.
And then the mayor just gets gutted by hand.
I love this.
He literally gets handed his own insides and then just
the one thing I love is when he doesn't reach and he punches the gut inwards and then pulls everything out, and then the mayor just tries to shove it back in.
Yeah. Oh my god,
it's so good.
Do we get a death for the Nazi? I don't think so.
No. Oh, that's when he clicks his heels.
Yeah,
that's when he. It literally just does the duck walk and like walks his ass out of there. Oh my god!
And then basically,
I literally have the note saying, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this, Vietnam?"
It's so bad. You are really on a Vietnam kick today.
I am. I'm feeling
but it's
rice patties.
Said America. I actually saw a video last night that was like, "Oh, I was born in the wrong generation," and it's like, you know, like on a TikTok where you can like 2 videos are playing at the one time. It was a girl, and her aesthetic was like her in like with this kind of shit, like in high school or whatever, and like flower power. And then there was like a teenager, and it was just numb. It was just like a dude, you know. It was like if you were a dude then. I wasn't just out here fucking walking children in nature.
Yeah.
I was
You were
sabotaged by a country that we tried to invade and lost. So Vietnam, the movie,
the sequel, she's out, 2021.
So yeah, then everybody basically is like, "Oh my god, Toxi, we like fucking love you, bro," and everybody like gathers around him, and it's a happy ending for Toxi and Sarah and Zara.
And Zara.
song. But yeah, we got this like kind of like ending dialogue or whatever like that, and then we just get the freeze frame of Toxi. Like, it's actually really kind of a beautiful shot. It's like backlit by the sun, and I do actually just want to say that though, that like even though this movie is very cheap, it's shot very well.
It is actually.
Like,
I will
good.
give it that. The camera work is done very well. The lighting is done very well. The acting and the script writing, however, yeah,
I loved it. But yeah, that last shot is just him like running into frame, and then it freeze frames. You know, it was good.
So yeah,
that was the Toxic Avenger,
1984.
Our first steps into the world of trauma.
And hopefully our last, so we can step quickly back out of it.
The thing is, though, you don't get the choice.
Wait, hold on. You still didn't give a human chair of the week.
Oh, okay, yeah. So everybody is lined up. So we have the mayor, we have Leroy, our Fury, and Toxi himself. Ooh, also, just we have we get random little shots of like a lecture hall with, it's like a press release kind of thing where they're all talking to the press. We get this other German doctor that's just kind of a Dr. Frankenstein, kind of an Igor, kind of that gay from Bride of Frankenstein. Who's just going crazy but in German. And
Walk this way.
Yeah, it's odd. But there's one reporter in particular who's got like a fat old mustache. Everybody's got good mustaches in this movie. He's got a fat old mustache, these like nice glasses, and just good hair, good body. I think I'm going to go the mayor. I think he's adorable. Just cause he's fat, you're like, girl.
Confirmed Nathan fat shames.
No, I think he's cute. I think he's adorable. Human chair of the week. If I was gonna be crushed by a human, I wouldn't mind if it was this man. Yeah.
Well, what can I say, Keels?
Nothing at all. Oh my god, no. We have to record next week.
What?
It's very important that we record next week.
Why?
Because next week is Easter Sunday, and we were gonna do Passion of the Christ.
Oh, sweet fucking fanny fuck.
Oh, come on.
Fuck.
Okay, we have to figure out a way to do it.
We better.
If we have to, I'm gonna record a fucking solo podcast if I fucking have to. It's Easter Sunday, and I want to talk about the Passion of the Christ.
You want to talk about Daddy Jesus?
I want to talk about Jesus' daddy. No.
Mr. Jesus, I'm here.
Nah, I've been looking forward to recording the Passion of the Christ for a while, because it's straight up is a horror movie.
It's in parts, darling.
There's a werewolf. There's demons. There's the devil. There's a sentient snake who tries to tempt Jesus.
It is a stretch to call that a horror movie.
I don't think so.
Stretch. Also, sorry, you chose Tromo this week. Do you get to choose next week? I don't think so.
You get to choose a whole month for your birthday, and I didn't get to do that for my birthday because it's December. This is an event-related topic, darling.
We'll see.
No. So no, it's a different deal when we have like Christmas coming up, or like an event, like specific thing.
Well, we'll see.
We had to. Okay, if we had to do My Bloody Valentine because it was Valentine's Day.
You fucking suggested that movie.
Because it's a specific date. It's tied to a specific date. Because otherwise, yes, exactly. Let him in.
Okay. You have been listening to Here.
I'm going to talk about Jesus next Sunday, whether you're here or fucking not.
Oh my god. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what you think. And follow us on Instagram for some daily updated content.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright.
Bye.